Hey there. So today, oops, I lost my bottle opener. Okay, today I'm going to try, and I'm pretty sure I haven't done a video on this. Erdinger, Hefeweizen Dunkel. So in the BJCP style guideline, this is category 15B, which is a Dunkelweizen, which is in the category something, I just lost the page, German wheat and rye beer. So this is another great darker beer, but this is as a wheat beer is more on the malty side than it is on the hoppy side. So it's not terribly balanced, and it is oftentimes, its whole profile is wheat flavor. So this is bottle fermented, and unfortunately, I don't think, well, actually you can kind of see. You can see that there's some sediment in this bottle from pouring. And so there's a couple ways that people can approach this. They can gently swirl to add that sediment to their drink. It is oftentimes counted when you're looking for mouthfeel and for clarity, particularly with an unfiltered wheat beer, like any Hefeweizen would be. So we would expect that. And then just to say, because I can see it now, wow, there is giant, lots of foam, and it's rocky and off white color. But it says that we should expect a very thick, moussey, long-lasting head. So I suppose that this is considered normal, because holy moly. But let's jump into this. So aroma-wise, there's all kinds of great yeasty, kind of bready aromas. A little fruitiness. Color-wise, it's pretty dark, and it's opaque, actually. So it's a dark brown and definitely opaque. And I'm assuming that if I could see through it more, that we would see that it were hazy as an unfiltered wheat beer. So again, we expect that. So flavor, I'm excited. This, the German and wheat beers, pretty much no matter what style they are, and this even rings true sometimes for some bocks as well. I always get this impression of grape juice, like grape juice that I was given on Fridays at the Jewish Community Center as a child, it's a pleasant memory. I don't know if anybody else gets that same kind of grape juice impression from drinking this style, but that's how it always tastes to me. But it's nicely malty, juicy, a little fruity, kind of yeasty. Yeah, very good beer. And it still has this kind of light and refreshing quality that you would expect out of a Hefeweizen wheat beer, but done in a way that's intense. Which seems contradictory, but it really makes for a great beer. So I like this style a lot. So we're expecting well-rounded and flavorful, somewhat sweet palate with a relatively dry finish. And so I think that very well describes what I'm getting here. Pretty full body, and we're expecting that from the yeast suspension, as well as the unfiltered wheat portion of it, especially since it was fermented in this bottle. So the style really is leaning toward dark and spicy, although The spiciness more to me is the yeast flavor, kind of slightly clovey, but not in a way that I would even call it spicy necessarily. But fruity and malty refreshing. So the history of this particular style, it's an old-fashioned Bavarian wheat beer, was often dark. In the 1950s and 60s, wheat beers did not have a youthful image since the older people drank them for their health-giving qualities. Today, the lighter Hefeweizen is much more common. And so the health qualities that they're talking about is one of my favorite beer lores or beer stories, beer history facts, I don't know, where people would drink these dark beers because they have micronutrients in them. So the same so porters would be in that category, stouts. One of the reasons you can justify a beer at lunch, I think oftentimes people had a very dense cake kind of thing, a small lunch, and then a beer as well. And so, to your health, L'chaim, right? To stick with the Jewish Community Center grapefruit theme. Anyway, great beer, very enjoyable, out of Germany, and very drinkable, and I love it. So if you've tried it, share with me where you found it and what you thought of it. This particular one I found locally at Bevmo, and it's a great beer. Oh, I forgot alcohol percentage. That's important. Hold on. It's 5.3% alcohol by volume, which falls into the expected range for this style. So awesome beer. Give it a try. Thank you so much for watching.